Hello and welcome to Environmental Biology, an online course for the Summer 2 session at Montgomery College. My name is Professor Newtoff, and I'll be the one kind of leading you through this online course. So environmental biology, I'm assuming this is everyone's first time taking this class. For some of you, this might be your first biology or science class since high school. And I want to say you've made a great choice. I absolutely love this course. And as far as other science courses, I would say it's easier. Now, it's not easier because there's no work or because I'm an easy teacher. It's easier because the things we talk about in this class are probably things you've heard of. You might not completely understand the topic, but you have some sort of background, which really helps in understanding this material. If you watch the news, then you'll actually be exposed to a lot of things we talk about in this course. So before I talk too much more about the course, I kind of wanted to tell you a little bit just about this topic, this environmental biology. So I'm going to actually dissect this word down here, biology. You probably know that ology means the study of, and in the case of biology, bio means life. So biology is simply just the study of all living things. And not just living things, but the things they interact with. For example, water. We interact with water, we need water to live. It's not living, but something we consider in the field of biology. Now, some of you may have taken a general biology course or another biology course, and you learned about all sorts of things, from the molecular level to really big processes. But this class, we're focusing on the environment. And by that, I really mean the world, which I guess that's not narrowing it down at all, but talking about what's happening in the world around us. And at least in my course, I talk a lot about humans and our influence in the world around us. Sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's positive, and sometimes it's just us coexisting. But that's what we focus on. We'll talk about policy. So what is happening at the local level, what's happening at the state, country, worldwide level to address various issues such as water pollution, air pollution, climate change. And all of this is so important because you live here on Earth. You may have children, you might have children at some point. You know, the actions we take, you and me, the actions we take greatly affects what happens to the following generations. So this course is going to explore all of those different things. Now, this is an online course, and it is 100% online. You don't need to come to school to go to the testing center. You don't need to do any labs. You don't need to do anything. You can do all of this at home, not wearing pants. Yeah. So again, 100% online. But this is a summer class, and so I really want to make the expectation clear. During the regular semester, our classes are 14 weeks long. This class is 6 weeks long. During the semester, this class meets 3 times a week for a total of 2 hours and 40 minutes a week. This class is half that amount of time. So that's nearly 6 hours of in-class time if you and me were meeting face-to-face. With that being said, that should be your expectation coming in. I don't want you to look at the work for the week and be like, man, this is so much. Well, it is because you're taking an accelerated class. This class is half the amount of time of the semester. They also say that for every hour you spend in class, you should spend 2 hours out of class. So that's a total of 18 hours you should spend for this class. Now, you will not need that much time, or I don't expect you to need that much time. My point being, though, if you are like, man, I worked 10 hours this week on this class, well, that's about right. So I just want to make sure you have that expectation coming in. So as you work through this first week's activities, you'll learn more about the structure of the course, more about me, more about your peers, and then we're just going to jump right on in. One last thing before we go, this picture, one of my favorite pictures, it's called Earthrise. This was taken during the first moon landing, looking back at Earth. It was actually one of the first pictures we have of Earth. And what's so, I guess, awesome about it is this picture was in the 70s. This actually really jump-started the environmental movement. Not just this, it was a series of things, but being able to look at this one and only thing we have, really inspired people to want to kind of study Earth more and understand Earth more. So with that, explore the course, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.